today.
And it was a great team effort to beat DeWanna Bonner in her return to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Had to feel great for the fans there to see her vanquished and not playing well, and Alyssa Thomas complaining all over the floor. Bonner booed in her return.
You know what's beautiful about basketball karma? DeWanna Bonner found out the hard way when she returned to Indianapolis. After she quit on the Indiana Fever mid-season, she probably thought she'd ride off into the sunset with a better team. Fast forward to her return to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and the universe had other plans. Not only did the Fever demolish the Mercury 107-101 without Caitlin Clark, but Bonner got booed mercilessly, scored just 4 points, and watched her replacement Aari McDonald drop a career-high 27. Meanwhile, her fiancée Alyssa Thomas was caught on camera taunting Fever fans, right before they got schooled by the team they claimed wasn't good enough. So what made Caitlin Clark so fired up? And how was instant karma served to Bonner in many different ways? Comment, instant karma Bonner, if you agree. Let's go.
We got to celebrate beating down DeWanna the Scammer Bonner. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, buddy. DeWanna Bonner, I just want to start here. You stink. You stunk it up. You caused all that ruckus. I thought you stopped shooting threes hitting the side of the backboard when you took the Indiana Fever jersey off.
The moment DeWanna Bonner stepped onto the Gainbridge Fieldhouse court, you could feel the electricity in the air. This wasn't just another game for Indianapolis fans. They had been waiting for this moment ever since Bonner decided to quit on their team mid-season after signing a contract with the Fever. The boos started the second she checked into the game, and they never stopped. Bonner's return to Indianapolis wasn't just another road game. This was a reckoning with the fans she abandoned when things got tough. Every single time she touched the ball, the crowd got louder and more hostile. You could hear fans yelling "quitter" at her when she stepped to the free throw line. The animosity was real, and it was personal.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first, team second. Coming in, home court for Phoenix, number 14. DeWanna.
The crowd's reaction was so intense that even Caitlin Clark was caught on camera, enjoying every second of it. Despite being sidelined with a groin injury, Clark was on the bench celebrating every defensive stop against her former teammate. When Lexi Hull and Natasha Howard blocked Bonner's shot, leading to a shot clock violation, Clark jumped up and celebrated like they had just won the championship. The team unity was obvious, and Clark's reaction told you everything about how the locker room really felt about Bonner's departure.
Bonner battling with Hull. Bonner turns, fades, fires, and leaves it way short. Great defense there by Hull. Copper tracks it down and bounces for Bonner, who had her shot blocked. And it's a shot clock violation. Bonner walled off by Hull, and then blocked at the rim. Indiana has that 5-point lead mid-third.
Meanwhile, Alyssa Thomas wasn't content to just watch from the sidelines. Thomas was actively taunting Fever fans throughout the entire game, getting into heated exchanges with multiple sections of the crowd. She was caught on camera telling fans that Bonner had joined a real team, completely oblivious to what was about to unfold on the scoreboard. Thomas seemed to think she was making some kind of power move, but she had no idea how badly this was going to backfire. The drama escalated when Thomas got more aggressive with her taunting, yelling at the crowd and seemingly trying to defend her fiancé against the boos. But this whole situation was about to get even more satisfying for Fever fans, who had been waiting months for this moment. Bonner managed just 4 points on 1 of 4 shooting in 21 minutes of play. She grabbed 1 measly rebound while her real team was getting dismantled by the squad she thought wasn't good enough for her. The performance was as pathetic as her exit from Indianapolis had been dramatic. The instant karma was already showing its beautiful face, but the Fever weren't done proving their point yet. They had a statement to make about what happens when you quit on a team that's building something special.
Bonner booed in her return, which is to be expected considering the circumstances in which she left. And the players that have come in for the Fever are much better than Bonner was for them. Aari McDonald has been a revelation. She was great in this one again. And Chloe Bibby looks like a perfect fit. So all in all, Fever fans have to feel pretty damn good about that win.
With Caitlin Clark sidelined with a groin injury, everyone wondered if the Fever could compete against a Mercury team sitting at third place in the WNBA. The critics were ready to pounce. This was supposed to be the moment that exposed Indiana's complete dependence on their superstar. But someone forgot to tell Aari McDonald about the script. McDonald, who wasn't even on the roster at the start of the season, was about to prove that DeWanna Bonner's departure was the best thing that happened to Indiana. The guard, who spent her college career at Arizona, averaging double figures across all 93 games she played, was ready for her moment. McDonald exploded for a career-high 27 points, going a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. She showed the kind of heart and determination that Bonner never displayed in a Fever uniform. McDonald was getting downhill, distributing the ball with 4 assists, and playing with the urgency of someone who knew this opportunity might not come again. Her quickness was too much for Phoenix to handle.
When did you realize you had it kind of going tonight, and what kind of opened up for you? It felt like you were scoring kind of from basically everywhere.
When I seen those 2 threes go in, then I saw how easy it was, like getting into the paint. I'm like, okay, I'm converting. All right, I'm good. Like, let's keep being aggressive, or just, keep taking what the defense is giving me.
But McDonald wasn't carrying this load alone. Chloe Bibby, signed on a 7-day contract, dropped 10 crucial points while showcasing her ability to shoot the ball and space the floor. She even grabbed a steal on the defensive end.
So Indiana trailing by 9, trying to pick up the pace here, and Chloe Bibby hits a 3.
In transition, Chloe Bibby's done this a million times in her time at Maryland and in practice.
Sophie Cunningham hit a massive 4-point play and finished with 12 points, while Damiris Dantas came off the bench for 12 points of her own, including a dream shake move that left Alyssa Thomas looking foolish.
See Mitchell, she's got the 5 fouls. Austin, Cunningham, yes, and a foul! Sophie Cunningham, give her 3, and she'll go for 4. Dantas battling, spins, fades, fires, and hits. Bibby, corner 3, oh yeah! Cunningham, yes!
The beautiful irony in all of this? Both McDonald and Bibby were signed with the cap space that was freed up after Bonner quit on the team. The front office used Bonner's departure to bring in players who actually wanted to be in Indianapolis. These weren't just role players filling minutes during garbage time. They were warriors fighting for something Bonner never understood about team basketball. The Fever's balanced attack was dismantling the Mercury possession by possession. You could see it on Phoenix's faces as the game wore on. This wasn't supposed to happen. Indiana was supposed to fold without Clark. Instead, they were playing with more energy and chemistry than they had shown all season. Addition by subtraction was playing out in real time, and everyone in that arena could feel it. But the fourth quarter was when one player decided to put this game completely out of reach. The Mercury thought they still had a chance to steal this one, but they had no idea what Aaliyah Boston was about to unleash on them.
We gotta continue to stack, okay? We ain't got no room for sliding back, okay? We no room for slippage. Every day, there's a sense of urgency, okay? I was proud of you guys, the way it was offensive and defensive substitutions, being ready to go with that. Everybody who came in made an impact. We had 5 in double figures, damn near 7. That's really, really good, y'all. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3, together!
The fourth quarter started with the game still in doubt, but Aaliyah Boston had other plans. She had been putting up solid numbers all game with 22 points and 12 rebounds, but she saved her absolute best for when it mattered most. This was crunch time, and Boston was about to show everyone why she's becoming the cornerstone of this franchise. The Mercury were trying to mount a comeback, and this was the moment that would define whether the Fever could close out games without Clark on the floor. Phoenix still thought they had a chance to steal this one on the road. They had no idea what was about to hit them. Boston took over the game completely, scoring 17 points in the fourth quarter alone. She went on a personal 10-0 run that crushed any hope the Mercury had of getting back into this game.
So too has Harry McDonald, who did not start the season with the Fever, but has really come on strong. Pass inside, it's a bullet. Some more contact there underneath. Hull hits the ground. Boston has a size advantage here. Wants the clear out, gets the clear out, gets inside, and pushes it home.
Every single basket Boston made was a statement. This wasn't just about winning a basketball game anymore. This was about proving the Fever had developed a championship mentality that went way beyond their superstar. Boston was getting to the free throw line at will, converting 10 of 13 attempts from the charity stripe. She was drawing fouls, finishing through contact, and making the Mercury pay for every defensive mistake.
Both teams have now erased double-digit deficits. 9:30 to decide a winner. Howard inside, Boston, deep position. Wow. Dangerous pass there by McDonald, rescued by Howard. Howard trots inside, left hand off the mark. Boston pulls it down and lays it in. McDonald has just had that look in her eyes here tonight, but it's Boston taking over in the fourth.
No answer.
Her dominance in the paint was absolutely suffocating. You could see the Mercury players getting frustrated and desperate as the quarter went on. They had no answer for Boston's post moves, her footwork, or her ability to create her own shot. The South Carolina product was showing all the skills that made her the first overall pick in the 2023 draft. This performance marked Boston's fourth consecutive double-double, a career-best streak that showed her evolution from promising rookie a few years ago to legitimate franchise cornerstone. She wasn't just putting up numbers. She was taking control of games when her team needed her most. The consistency was impressive, but the timing was even better.
Nate Tibbetts.
Only 15 three-point attempts and 6 makes for Phoenix from outside the line.
Boston step through, lays it in. You can't stop her.
Powers in the paint.
We're still playing without Kelsey Mitchell. She's got the 5 fouls. Boston, Cunningham. Yes! And a foul! Sophie Cunningham!
The crowd was going absolutely wild with every Boston basket. Gainbridge Fieldhouse was rocking with playoff-level intensity. Every time she scored, the noise got louder. The fans were on their feet, sensing that this was a special moment for their team. The atmosphere was electric, and you could feel the energy feeding the players on the court. Boston's fourth quarter takeover sealed the 107-101 victory and proved beyond any doubt that the Fever could win big games without their superstar on the floor. She had taken this team on her back and carried them to victory against a playoff team. The performance was dominant, timely, and exactly what championship teams need from their star players. But the real entertainment was about to come in the post-game press conferences, where the drama would continue long after the final buzzer. The victory was sweet, but the post-game reactions revealed the true character of everyone involved. You could see the difference between organizations right away when the microphones came out. Kalia Copper took the microphone and immediately went on the defensive, calling Fever fans very distasteful for booing Bonner during her return. She said, "I just don't understand. Like, she's a legend. All the things she's done for the league, the disrespect, I just can't get down with it." Copper seemed genuinely upset that fans had the nerve to boo someone who quit on their team mid-season. Her comments were tone-deaf, considering Bonner had abandoned Indianapolis when they needed her most.
I think she handled it well. I don't understand, like, she's a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. People talk some trash to her, but we had her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing, as far as when it comes to DB, because it's like she's just the sweetest soul. and the situation didn't work for her, and you know that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary.
The Fever's response was pure class. Stephanie White handled the Bonner situation with complete grace, focusing on their team's performance rather than getting caught up in drama. White acknowledged the awkwardness but maintained respect for her former player. White showed exactly how a professional coach handles these situations.
You talked a little bit about being happy for DeWanna Bonner, finding a good spot for her. What was your overall thoughts on having her there in the reception tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about the reception. I don't hear anything once I'm out on the floor. But it's weird seeing her on the other side. But at the end of the day, basketball is basketball and relationships are relationships.
Aaliyah Boston's response was even better. When asked about the whole Bonner situation, Boston kept it short and sweet. Honestly, that got nothing to do with me. She emphasized that the team's focus was on their performance in securing the win, not getting involved in outside noise. Boston showed the maturity of someone who understands what championship teams do. They stay focused on what matters.
What was it like having DeWanna Bonner return to Indiana, and what were your thoughts on the fan reception tonight?
Honestly, that got nothing to do with me. I think DB returned because we were playing Phoenix, and so that happened to be that. The fans chose to do what they wanted to do, but for us, it's about paying attention to what we have to do here, and that was coming in and getting a big win, which we were able to do.
Their mature responses made Copper's complaints look petty and highlighted the massive difference in organizational culture. The Fever handled adversity with class, while the Mercury players were whining about fan reactions. You could see which organization was building something sustainable and which one was making excuses. Meanwhile, the numbers told the real story that nobody could argue with. This was the Fever's third straight win. That's the last year Indiana won a playoff game. This victory pushed them to 15 wins and 12 losses, good for 6th place in the WNBA standings. They were setting up a promising finish to the season that nobody saw coming at the start of the year. The Fever proved they weren't just Caitlin Clark's supporting cast. They were a legitimate team with championship aspirations and the depth to compete without their superstar. This win was about more than basketball. It was about justice, karma, and the power of team chemistry over individual talent. Sometimes the universe has a funny way of working things out. This wasn't just a basketball game. It was a masterclass in how karma works in professional sports. DeWanna Bonner walked into Indianapolis thinking she had joined something better, only to get embarrassed by the team she abandoned. The Fever proved they're built for 2025 and beyond, with or without Caitlin Clark on the court every night. They're sitting at 15-12, 3 games above 500 for the first time since 2015. Sometimes the universe has perfect timing. DeWanna Bonner learned that quitting on a team means facing consequences. Comment Instant Karma Bonner if you agree. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.